Hello everyone. It's 8:41 p.m. So, um I thought I had peace and quiet, but there's somebody somewhat near me and I can hear her talking. So, I hate to have to be on the streets tonight. So, um I feel like it's kind of too, even though I arrived at hotels later than this, but I kind of feel like it's a waste of money and too late to try to go now and book a hotel room and go somewhere. So somebody donated me something. It was enough for a hotel room and some food. It was enough for one hotel room night plus some food. But he told me to just spend it on bus fare and food, so that's what I'll do. But um so I have enough for a hotel, but um I'm I know it's gonna be cold tonight, like in the 30s. So I have to be on the streets tonight. I wish I was in a hotel right now. It's like awkward and odd again to be back, street homeless. So, you know, like be like on the streets. I had not 100% because the first 2 weeks was kind of upsetting. And then the last day of the 3 weeks of the weekly stay was pretty upsetting too. But I had a couple of calm, peaceful days. But I was glad to have some days of total peace and quiet and rest and relaxation and to clear my mind and take a break from the harassment and abuse and everything like that. So when I checked out of the hotel room, um, I went and I get confused with the doggone buses. Like I'd be accidentally standing on the wrong side of the street and miss the doggone bus that's on the opposite side of the street. And I get frustrated and everything. So I took the other bus and almost missed it. But the bus driver was generous and waited, but he was supposed to have left at 11:30. He waited for like 4 or 5 minutes. But the perp thing was, it seemed like he strategically waited till exactly, and I was the only one on the bus. He waited till exactly 11:33 to pull off and leave. But I didn't even know he was going to sit there and take a break for a while. But, I'm glad he waited for me, though. Maybe he would have been a little bit early. But, but I don't even know if that was deliberate and part of the Masonic gang stalking that he waited till 11:33 to pull off. But thanks for waiting for me, though. Because then shortly after, before our eyes, like, it started storming for like a whole 5 minutes and then it stopped. And so then, I was so busy transferring from bus to bus that I didn't even get to, I didn't even get to do videos and film everything. But nowadays, since the online perps would do stuff like try to dox the physical location of the hotel I'm at and make me feel unsafe and everything, it's male gang stalkers doing this. male sex trafficking perps doing this. So the videos that I do at, or well, except when I'm inside the room, but the videos that I do near the hotel, so I can't even I can't even publicize my walks to and from the hotel or anywhere that shows the name of the hotel. I can't even give any hints of the area nearby. So I just, I guess everything's fair game that when I'm street homeless with like on the streets, like I'm gonna be tonight, it's like I got the freedom to publicize whatever crazy gang stalking, whatever activity that I want to. But as I said, when I'm near the hotel that I'm gonna be staying at or whatever, I have to be quiet about it. I can't even show that. But last night, it was a younger white female that tried to hit me with her car. Last night, well, late yesterday evening, around almost 8:30, I was walking on my way to the hotel, and she tried to hit me with her car. And then earlier today, I think somebody tried to hit me with the car, and so. But then I had quite a bit of gang stalking activity walking with people, and transferring from one bus to another, and all these, with the headlight games and arm out the window, elbow out the window, y'all get it. So then we got on a second bus, and they had a few people. I tried to offer this bottle of hand sanitizer. I didn't want it because the hand sanitizer, it makes my hair sticky. It makes my hands sticky and ruins my hair texture. It would ruin my hair and make my hands sticky. So I was trying to give it away. And so they had this black man sat across from me, and he was so rude, and he had an attitude like as if he was mad with the doggone world. And then eventually he got off the bus. So then later on, I came over here. I went to eat, and and then I came over here. I came up here. So so it's like, and then I did a couple other things, but it was around after lunch. It was before 4 o'clock. That I think it was about 3:45 p.m. I dozed off and fell asleep, and my sleep was kind of spotty. And then I woke up. It was after 5 o'clock, right at 5 o'clock, and I felt refreshed. I was surprised. So I watched a few YouTube videos and looked on TikTok, whatever. Then I just got done writing a short story. Earlier during lunchtime, when I was eating, they had this white girl. She was sitting behind me eating, and then, everything was quiet and normal. And then next, I heard smacking like with her food, and I turned around and see who the hell is this smacking their food in my ear near me. I turned around, and she gave me this hate, anger look, like I'm forbidden to look, and try to frighten, scare, and intimidate me. I didn't even give her a long stare. It was the instant I turned around and see who that was. She gave me a mean look, and then I started to put my earbuds in. And once I put my earbuds in, that's when she forfeited the rest of her food, packed up, and then left. And I'm like, she got to be a perp to do something like that. and it had me shaken up for a long time. So yesterday I forgot to say that when I came over here, they had this guy Indian from India, and the moment I try to call the hotel and try to ask about rooms available, good thing I called, and I tried to reserve the room, but I guess I was trying to reserve a room, but I guess they made it first come, first serve. And so the guy, Indian from India, what he did was he waited till after I was on the phone, and then he called somebody on his own phone and started a conversation with somebody and started talking extremely loud to disrupt and overpower my conversation. That was a perp thing to do right there. And then he went and talked for a whole another damn hour or so, talking loud. So then, so yeah. But remember, I told y'all that last night I was in the hotel room and I told y'all how bad I felt, and I felt like a burden. Well, it's like people are telling me that you know, $360 a week is too much or it's a lot of money and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't mean to drain anybody, but the gang stalkers, how am I supposed to survive? They won't even let me work, and it's going to be cold tonight. It was windy earlier, and I mean, the wind it picked me up and threw me. Well, not picked me up and threw me, but it pushed me and nearly knocked me down twice. And so, it tried to pick me up and throw me. The wind was so strong this morning, very strong. Later this morning and this afternoon. So I guess they said the wind advisory is over. Excuse me, the wind advisory is over, and but it's supposed to be very cold, like in the 30s. So I have to be on the streets tonight, and I wish I was in a doggone hotel. So I'm trying to figure this out, though. I was wondering at that hotel, I don't know if that $10.99 a month, I'm pretty sure it's plus tax, if that's a special going on or if that's the actual price. But I thought I have to pay my phone bill and storage bill, and say if I were, and that would take up almost $200 to do that, because they raised the doggone prices on it. They raised the prices on the on the storage like every July, and so so they raised the prices on the storage unit like every July, or maybe it's every year that I have the storage unit. I don't know if it's every July, but I guess it's every year. So I've been having that storage unit since July 2019. In Pensacola, but I've been having a storage unit before that, and I transferred it from New Orleans to Pensacola. So the distance is way too far, and I wouldn't have a way to transfer, the storage way from over there and get all my stuff unless I finally got me a permanent place to live. But until then, there's nothing I can do to get my things out of the storage unit. So I guess I have to just keep, and I remember I told you I had to move away from Pensacola on emergency due to the gang stalking, and to protect myself from them trying to capture me and lock me up against my will, and and traffic me and do weird stuff. So please understand what I had been going through. That they kept sicking the police on me like dogs and trying to capture me and get me locked up in a mental institution against my will. So that's why I was forced to hurry up and run somewhere, and I just picked a random place at the last minute because I was already headed. I mean, I actually wasn't about to go to the Greyhound station that evening. I was gonna wait a couple of days and do more research and think of where's a good place to go. But because that bus driver did what she did, I mean, I already was planning to leave because of what happened at the pool the day before. And I'm like, dang, I can't even take a shower. And, I can't be anywhere. And I don't know how the online perps found out I was staying at that extended stay, how they found out I was taking the showers. I mean, and you, like, if you a guy, yeah, you a sex trafficker if you care too much where a woman takes a shower, or where a homeless woman takes a shower at. You're perverted, twisted. You have a whole damn wife. You had got your own wife, and you worry about a homeless woman that's a stranger. You married with a wife. So, but your wife might be in on the trafficking too, and the gang stalking too. Y'all twisted. So, people making me feel like a burden. But now more and more, um, it's like I don't know if it seems like people make me feel like I'm draining. But as I said, and they think I'm full of shit and lying by saying that I feel that like since being here, I filled out submitted over 300 job applications and nothing came through yet. That girl that I talked to on Thursday about the caregiving job, she was supposed to get back with me later on that day or Friday. Yesterday. I heard nothing, and I was supposed to have started the training on Monday, but I heard nothing. And it's like I keep getting stood up, even temp jobs. I tried everything. Temp jobs, and certain jobs I had to turn down because they were too far. It's like, and I don't have a car. Like, they were too far, and I didn't know. They were too far and not on a bus route. And so they felt concerned about that if it's like a 30 or a 60-minute walk all the way to the job site. Excuse me. So, whatever happened to all these people who said that they're hiring immediately? What happened to that airport job? Nothing. So, I went and got the fingerprinting, and that lady psyched my head up to feel confident that I'm hired and going to get the job. And that was about a month ago. So, somebody told me $360 a week is a lot or it's too much. And I'm like, well, I'm not asking any one person to help me with the full amount. I was trying to ask if multiple people, like say for example, if and I know I don't even have a lot of supportive subscribers on YouTube and stuff, and my TikTok followers obviously don't even get to see my video views because the perps are suppressing my views. So I'm blacklisted and shadow banned on TikTok, and the YouTube perps, ever since that I did a video talking about what the tranny did last week, with my blog, I've been getting like 19 thumbs down, and I know he has his own cult on hating me. the devil worshiping tranny I was telling y'all about from Pensacola. So ever since then, I've been seeing like 19 thumbs down on my videos. Like high amount of thumbs down on almost, I'm like, y'all ridiculous. Very ridiculous. 19 thumbs down on a video of 19 thumbs down on a short video of me talking about how I wish I how I missed the beach. Really? So they artificially manipulate and control and play games with my thumbs up and thumbs down. And they just so badly want me to just deserve no thumbs up and all thumbs down. And manipulating me to feel like everybody hates me. Or that, that everybody's disgusted and sick and tired of me. And so people are making it like as if I'm a burden and that they're sick and tired of helping me. But it's like, because the online perps want to falsely, if you're a real targeted individual, you know how they drain us of our own finances and manipulate things for things to be more expensive. They manipulate for things to be forced to be more expensive for us targets. So then we have to look for help, and people don't want to help us when, they won't give us a job, and if they do, they run us off the job and put us back at square one. And I remember with fake retarded Trisha, she just wanted to be controlling, trying to talk about $365 a week with the motel last year. She said $365 a week, that's too much. Well, if you felt like that was too much, nobody told you to help. But she wanted me to come by her so that she could set me up, which she did. Because nobody else before her, nobody else was complaining that, $365 a week, that's too much, or that's a lot of money. I was getting, people were pitching in and helping. So, as I said, that made me back homeless again, and it just ruined everything. And it was over, I was off the streets and in motels for over 7 months. And then she just ruined everything. In which me being homeless on the streets, I ended up being gang stalked and terrorized and set up even more. And ultimately leaving for me to be forced to have to leave Pensacola and end up here. So, yeah, because she's like, $365 a week, that's too much, because she wanted to try to control me and try to be my handler. And she wouldn't even be a good handler. She ain't even that slick. I was able to catch on to certain things with her. She's a witch, a voodoo witch, but she ain't no freaking good handler. And you ain't controlling me either. So, now other people, telling me that, $360 a week, that's so much money and all that. That's one of the reasons why I feel bad. But I saw a TikTok video of somebody saying that, how is it that if your money is too low for affordable housing, then why is it called affordable housing? And see, I told y'all I'm on 9 affordable housing waiting lists here in Cincinnati. So whenever something comes up, then maybe I can get it. But in the meantime, what else to do? If they make the targets' lives more expensive. So I have to either freaking freeze to death. Like, I read online something about, a few days ago, I read online about how a 32-year-old guy froze to death being homeless on the streets. A 32-year-old guy froze to death being homeless on the streets. So that's scary news. So, dang. And as I said, I was trying to get a job even weekly too, trying to find some job opportunity where I can get paid daily or every week or something. But it seemed like all I can, so far I got nothing up here. But when I was in Pensacola, it would be those $10 and $12 an hour jobs where you get paid every 2 weeks. And I'm like, how am I always suckered up with these jobs that pay low-wage part-time jobs or low-wage jobs that pay every 2 weeks? I'm like, what happened to the jobs where you can get paid every week? Or, I only got that was even low-wage, the job where I was getting paid every day. And as I said, I was working 6 days a week and getting overtime. Once my money started to get comfortable, they reduced my hours with that temp service job. They reduced my hours and then sent me over to the middle school. From the high school, they sent me over to the middle school, and I was working part-time hours, like 32 hours, 5 days a week, and I was financially struggling. And I'm like, damn, like when I was working full-time, overtime, working like 43 hours a week and 6 days a week, my money started to get comfortable enough that I started to feel confident that I can save up and get me a permanent place to live and get me a car. I even started, my credit points kind of went down, me even inquiring about, looking into getting a car. Oh, the perps weren't having that. But they covertly and secretly moved me to the middle school while smiling in my face, telling me and fake patting me on the back, telling me I'm such a great asset to the company. So, and then once I started to ask Miss Pam from the high school, I kept asking her if they needed extra help. Oh no, we got everything. But then she was saying that they really didn't need any more extra temp help over there. So I don't even know if they were lying to me or that was the setup. And Miss Pam was a freaking perp, throwing up devil horns, coughing on me, making a clicking noise with her gum, invading my space, touching me, and defending and agreeing with the perp co-workers that workplace mobbed me and everything. But she loved me enough that she gave me a ride, and she did some nice things for me too. She gave me a ride a few times, or gave me a couple of gift cards and got me a few things, so she did me some good stuff too. But eventually she totally turned against me and started to act like a controlling narc. But at first she wasn't acting like that though. But the perps got in her head and they got to her because the perps were following me like my first day of working that temp job. And it was September 2021. So they were following me heavy and they got to her. And they even had her throwing up the devil horns hand sign and everything. Like talking to one of the cafeteria manager she was talking to, and they both were like talking mid-conversation and just raised up the devil horns. And I'm like, what the hell? And so yeah, like y'all both some Satanists. Like, who the hell does that? Y'all sitting here chit-chatting and talking mid-conversation, just throw up the Baphomet satanic hand signs and everything. Unprovoked. And then both of y'all do it like almost simultaneously and do it together. So, as I said, even the school police officers, mainly at the high school, they love me. Even loved me enough that they got me a whole Thanksgiving dinner as a gift. Like, and too bad I couldn't eat it all. But But they got me a whole Thanksgiving, they got me a whole Thanksgiving dinner and everything. Excuse me. Oh, sorry for passing gas. That came with no warning. I'm so sorry. So I gotta watch the time because this place could be, it's supposed to close shortly, when, within less than an hour. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I could have flourished with that job though. I could have flourished. I mean, working full time and then like with the extra hours, it would have been $18 an hour. I mean, my money would start to get comfortable, started to get good. But when my money started to get good in 2019, and I started to be able to feel confident that I started looking around for $500 apartments I could have got in Pensacola. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? They set me up and lied on me and wrongfully fired and banned me from the fake dirty YMCA. And like I had just got to Pensacola, and as I said, once my money started to get comfortable, and yeah, they set me up and lied on me and wrongfully fired and banned me, and which put me back at being homeless again. And then when I told you, when I went to work the ABM job, they workplace mobbed me off the job, and the perps sleep deprived me every day, and then I ended up in the emergency room 4 times within 6 weeks and was being bullied and workplace mob, and so which put me back on the streets again. And the manager would not allow me to work full time. He kept me at 20 hours a week, and I begged him and begged him and begged him to please let me work, And then he waited till right after I quit to make it like he wanted me to start working full time. And they made it like as if he thought I was such a great asset. So I did very good working, cleaning up. Wait a minute. Yeah, I cleaned the women's bathroom and the men's bathroom and the auditorium every night from 7 p.m. to 11. And with the temp jobs, well, that wasn't a temp job. But I hate when it's like a lot of the perp activity happens when before work and sometimes after work, when y'all meet up and have a meeting before the job starts, when y'all have like a meeting every day before the job starts. And then it's like the coworkers start perping you during that time when y'all have the meeting, and then next everybody goes to clock in. That's when a lot of the perp and workplace mobbing happens, and the bullying, and they make noise and do stupid stuff, and that stuff that vexes and frustrates you and everything. So then, so I mean, but I'm like, that's ridiculous. I mean, a few times I came so close to getting a job here in Cincinnati, and then, or they made things sound promising, and so far nothing. So I've been trying. I mean, I even screenshot and showed y'all my job rejection letters, haven't I? So I'm letting y'all know I'm trying, even though I'm disabled and I can't. Like somebody said, oh well, why don't you come try at McDonald's? McDonald's is always hiring. They never hire me. See, they're getting louder and more ridiculous, trying to overtalk me. So they waited till after I started the video to start talking and talking loud. But before then, everything was all quiet, very quiet. I heard nothing until I started this video. Y'all hear him? It's they act like as if they got the door open. That's why I can hear them. They probably waited till after I started the video to open the door so that they can talk loud and I can hear them. And they're distracting they're distracting my train of thought with my video. So so yeah, tonight gotta be on the streets tonight. If I can't go back to the other that hotel, then tomorrow I might have to try to figure out what other hotel to go to, just for enough for a night. And then, like I was trying to say, I was trying to ask, what if I were to like next Monday, April 3rd, I get paid the day after Easter, and say, what if I were to get like donations and accumulate help with to stay on the safe side, like maybe, all right, if I put in $700 and then y'all can help me out, like pitching and help me with 500 or maybe even 550, and if that can be pulled together, and then that can help me with wow, y'all hear that? So that can help me to stay at a place for a whole I mean, I could stay there for a whole month. But this lady that I rode the bus with, she told me about this motel that I could stay at for $300 a week. She said it was $300 a week, but it's a $50 deposit. Excuse me. And she said that she'd been there since September. So I don't know if that's $300 a week. That's cheaper and that's less than the extended stay. But I know it's not healthy to be eating microwave food all the time. So while they are distracting me so much and talking loud, as I said, I think they either raise their voices or they open the door on purpose so I can hear everything. So I'm gonna have to be on the streets tonight, but I'm gonna try to see about. I guess I got a little more help, and I don't know if I can do a night tomorrow and try to look for a place that doesn't require a deposit and try to do like $60 or something. But as I said, somebody sent me something and said that, that he wanted me to spend on bus fare and food. So that's set aside from something that, a little bit something that other, couple other people helped me out with. But I was well rested enough that I wrote a short story. After my nap, I wrote a short story. Before this video, I had the video about a short story that I wrote, and I started working on another short story. But it's almost time to go. It's almost time to go. So, and I have to use the bathroom. So it's almost time to go, and I got to use the bathroom, and so I mean, I don't know, but when I try to look into renting a room from people, as I said, they'll ask me for a picture. I show them what I look like, and then next thing you know, they ghost me or go AWOL on me, or I don't even know if they be blocking my number. So they're very picky, and they make it very hard and nearly pretty much impossible for me to even rent a room out of somebody's house. So I'm going to go for now. I need any and all the help that I can get. And as I said, I'm trying to earn trying to earn a living by writing my short stories and keep advertising my blog and my Ko-fi and everything. I try to show my fundraiser, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, whatever. So I'm trying to write as a way to an entrepreneurial, trying to write and be an author as a way to trying to make a living. And that was before the online perps lie and say that all I do is beg and complain when I write to try to earn a living as well. And they bullied me off to buy me a coffee and were harassing me. They stopped potential money making from Buy Me a Coffee and Quora and Medium.com. Those were 3 places where the perps put a halt. And then they were harassing me on my blog. They tell everybody, do not support this woman. So I'm letting y'all know what's going on. I'm going to see y'all when y'all see the craziness next video. Thanks for any and all help. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in a while.